start to finish, bro. Don't overthink anything, bro. We're living in the moment. We put in too much work, bro. Have fun today. Let's go. Bring it up, baby. Let's go. Daddy on me. Daddy on me. 1, 2, 3,
What is good, YouTube, man? Today I'm back with you guys, with the nation, for another video. And today, we've got ourselves some news on possibly a destination for Derek Carr, man. So we're going to talk about that, but I also want to get in depth on why I believe that the Derek Carr trade situation is a lot trickier than what people are making it out to seem, right? I feel like people are trying to say that it's just find a trade partner and we're good with Derek Carr. I don't think it's that simple, and here's why. I'll kick it off with this. With Derek Carr's contract, there is a clause in there that about 3 days, 72 hours after the Super Bowl, around $40 million of his contract becomes guaranteed. Now, obviously, one of the main reasons of us possibly getting rid of Derek Carr is to not deal with the guaranteed money that Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels created an out on, right? So that's why we'd be potentially looking to trade him after he's been benched. So here's the thing. You have 72 hours to find a trade partner. You then have 72 hours to also guarantee on all terms. Make sure Derek Carr is comfortable with this team because, as we know, he has the no trade clause. So if he doesn't agree, we will not get a trade done. On top of that, after the trade could be verbally agreed on, because that's all it is a verbal agreement. Once the trade is agreed upon, there is about 30 days that we would have to wait in order for the league to process this. And we would essentially have 30 days between the other team being able to pull out of the deal and Derek Carr being able to pull out of the deal. And if that happens at any point after the 72-hour window that we have after the Super Bowl, we owe Derek Carr money on top of us not getting any trade value within that, right? So it's very, very tough. This is why the Raiders may end up just going out and flat out cutting Derek Carr with no compensation in return. That would probably be the worst case scenario that we would be facing as a fan base, would be benching Derek Carr. On top of that, not getting trade compensation or draft capital, draft compensation for DC as well. Especially because last year, it was reported that in the offseason, his trade value was at an all-time high, with rumored 2 first-round picks being offered by the Indianapolis Colts. So, again, the situation is very, very tough. We don't want to be $40 million in debt with Derek Carr, and he doesn't even play with us. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how Dave Ziegler, how Derek Carr all go about this, as well as the other team, right? So, like I said at the beginning of the video, there has been a little bit of a rumor, or not even a rumor. It's been reported today by, I believe his name is, where is it? If I look at it, Ellis Williamson. He is an insider for the Carolina Panthers. He reported today that the Panthers are expected to have interest in Derek Carr. He also added that it would be a stable foundation for Carr to go to with having DJ Moore. Obviously, they did trade away Christian McCaffrey, which is a big piece of their offense, but they do have young guys to build around with a stout young defense and a head coach there that'll probably stay. So his job security will be pretty good in Carolina. On top of that, Carolina is right outside that range to get a top quarterback in this draft. So Carolina, shout out to Ellis Williamson. He reported he is an inside for the Carolina Panthers that they will be one of the teams to look out for. Something that's underrated on that Carolina team is actually their offensive line after they went out and picked up Ike Ekwonu in last year's draft. So they've got a stout offensive line up front. They have a good guy in DJ Moore there. We know that they got Brian Burns and Derek Brown on the defense. So they have pieces there that they could build around. If Derek Carr is to go to Carolina, I think that would make a lot of sense. Like I said, They aren't able to get a top quarterback in this draft. They were, I think, at pick 9 or 10 this year, so doesn't really allow them to get a major quarterback in this year's offseason, maybe making Derek Carr their best bet, right? I don't think that they're going to be in the race for Tom Brady, but Carolina, reported by William sorry, like I said, reported by Ellis Williamson, they will be interested in potentially picking up Derek Carr. So like I said, there you go. The situation with Derek Carr, it is pretty tricky because it's a verbal agreement at best when we do decide to get a trade done with Derek Carr. So very, very interesting within that situation. The best bet for the Raiders may to be just flat out cut him and don't run the risk of the deal falling through, whether DC pulls out or the other team. Now, I don't think that DC will pull out of a trade deal if it does go through, for the simple fact that he's going to make around $40 million this season and next season on this deal that he's currently on. Without a trade, I don't think that any team on the open market is going to offer Derek Carr $40 million. I think his range will be anywhere between 28 and 35. So he'd be losing up to $12 million, minimum of like $7 million this season if he doesn't accept the trade. So who knows? Who knows what can happen? But there it is. There's the info that I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below on this situation that we are kind of stuck with at the moment. But as always, I love y'all. Stay safe. Have a wonderful day. And I'm out, you guys. Peace.
Welcome to the Death Star, where our opponent's dreams come to die.